So,
What?
there's a bigger play here that I think a lot of people are missing.
Yeah.
We're at war.
Yeah.
We're at war.
Yeah.
We're at war. I kid you not. We at war.
There's two sides to a war. Who's the enemy? Who's the enemy? Who's the enemy?
It's coming.
They have thrown money at you.
April
is around
is
the
coming.
corner.
Yeah.
They want me. They want me.
Right? But they're gonna make sure that if you come on their station,
You can't
be on the
part-
podcast.
Yeah, you can't be part of the podcast. You can't
be on the podcast.
Yeah.
But those are the contracts I've been getting.
Sure.
Contracts, plural.
Offers. A contract.
Did I call you?
A contract you get after you've agreed.
Oh.
These are offers though. Offers. Yeah.
So you've been getting offers.
I get offers, man. I get offers. Yeah.
Vault opening. Welcome to the vault.
Hello, what is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel, you guys. My name is Linda Kyle and this is The Vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into today's video. Right, guys, today we are talking about Meg G and Podcast and Chill. Now, last week, Meg G and his team came out on an episode where they were speaking about the fact that there is a witch hunt or a conspiracy to get them removed off their platform because they are indeed, and this is a fact, one of, or if not the fastest growing urban podcast in the world, right? They are that good. Meg G said that there are people behind the scenes who are being paid to actually report nonsense about him on a daily basis. And his theory is that this is the reason why Podcast and Chill and himself as Meg G are always trending for nonsense every single week. They never ever trend for anything that is positive, all right? This is true. And in my opinion, I do think that maybe there is a conspiracy to get them removed or just get them into trouble. Because if you look at it, Meg G's podcast doesn't run any ads. They make their money from sponsors, right? And if they get into trouble or they really get cancelled, the sponsors are going to pull out. But for some reason, I feel like this is not actually going to happen. This podcast is going to thrive and survive this game or survive this conspiracy that they're facing, this witch hunt, this war that they are at, that they're in, right? Meg G said that there's a Twitter, someone on Twitter contacted him and said that, hey man, I'm being paid 60,000 Rand a week to talk shit about you every single week. And would you like to top that? I'll stop if you can top that. Like G said, no, I don't have that kind of money. Dude, make your money the way that you want. I don't mind, but yeah, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do.
They buy Twitter influencers to speak badly about us.
Oh, for real?
I kid you not.
And them
I kid you not.
Whoa!
I got a WhatsApp.
Bully.
I got a WhatsApp from a Twitter influencer. He's like, this radio station is paying me $60 to talk shit about you every single week. Can you top that?
Are you for real?
I kid you not.
No,
60
60K.
Show me the
60K.
I kid you not, dog.
60K.
I kid you
weekly.
not. Weekly. He's like, can you top that? I'm like, hey, my chief, I don't have that kind of money. I don't care how you get your money. Do what you gotta do.
Do I believe that actually did happen? I don't know. I really don't know. I think anybody with brain cells would know that if you contact McG and say, would you like to top this? McG is gonna say no. So why would somebody jeopardize that 60,000 rand a week? You know? Because McG is gonna do what it is that he wants to do. Or maybe somebody said that to McG in the hopes that they could get this bag, but was actually fabricating the information and making McG very paranoid. McG seems like he's that type of person that dabbles in conspiracy theories and likes going down that rabbit hole like some of us. He really does. Most of the terms that he uses are from that culture, that group of people, right? That believe in conspiracy theories. He's that guy. Another thing I picked up about McG is that every single week, whenever they're in trouble, because they never train for anything good, it's always something bad, right? Whenever they are training for something bad, comes back on the Monday, and he seems very oblivious to the reason why he's in trouble this week. He literally always has to turn to Saul to be like, okay, but like, what's going on? I heard that, McG, we know that you did your research. You obviously know what's going on. He might not have Twitter, or maybe he does and has a, what's this? What is it called? Those fake accounts? So he can watch what's going on or what people are saying. Because some of these YouTubers and people on the internet, they do have these fake accounts and they spy. People have time. Some of us don't have these accounts because it just seems like it's very time consuming to be going back and forth on different accounts so you can spy on people, what they're doing, what they're saying. It's boring. But maybe he does. I don't know. I'm just saying maybe. Because every week, even though he pretends, in my opinion, to not know why they're trending or what's going on, he seems to repeat verbatim the things that you will find in the comments on other social media platforms.
Please explain how the fuck did we get here? Because in all honesty, right? I know you might not believe this, right? I have no idea what's been happening. The whole week
Yeah,
I've
I
been
don't
with my
believe it.
son, but people have been sending me like screenshots like, yo, dude, this is what's happening. Yo, Twitter saying this. Yo, whoa. Boom, 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 boom. Please describe to me, dog. Just break it down to me. What happened? When did this thing start?
And only repeats the things that people are saying that are positive, or just shine a different light to whatever situation is going on, whatever reason he is trending about, type of thing. That's not an issue. It's fine. You have to do your homework. Keep an eye on the enemy, because you never know when they're coming for you. Because they come. The enemy. They never sleep, and they are constantly watching you and you and you and me. MXG. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies even closer type of situation. Some people are batshit crazy out there. Bakula. They're sick. And they actually can't even help it. They freaky deaky. Right? In my last video that I did about the podcast and show, I had said that I think that Saul is the brains behind the operation. Saul is the brains. McG's Pinky. He's very comical and just like childlike, you know? And then Ghost Lady is a ghost. And her superpower is that she's a woman. That's true. Because what else does she do? I told you. Now if I don't see your face, I get bored of you. Alright? I might be hearing your voice, but I get bored. Even Ghost Lady's opinions and views and everything that she says, actually, I'm like I never get excited for the Ghost Lady. No. You know what I mean? Maybe if I saw her face, then I don't know. But I guess she's going to remain a ghost till the end of time. Type of situation. Now, I thought that Saul was the brains, but he's actually not. I just realized that McG is the brains. Because what act? It's like he's acting. Everybody on that podcast has a role. Everybody has a role and everybody sticks to the script. They might say it is unscripted. Nothing is really 100% unscripted. Because if you've done your research and you've gone over videos or stories or whatever over and over again, baby, you already formulate that script in your head type of situation. It's not like they just pop on and they start doing their job. No, it doesn't work that way. And if it did, I don't think the podcast would be as great as it is right now. Right? There's another thing that troubles me when it comes to the podcast and this whole conspiracy of them trying to tear them down or remove them off of their platform. And it has to do with Saul, right? It's getting a bit uncomfortable for me now to every single week hear that Saul is getting offers from radio stations or he's getting offers here. And I think it's great that he's being noticed by other brands or companies, what have you. But it's getting very uncomfortable for me to hear McG mention it, Saul mention it, even the ghost lady mention it. It's like something fishy is going on. Maybe McG, and this is just my opinion, maybe McG shouldn't be looking too far at where the problem really could be. It could be right there in his own camp. I mean, once you hear a person saying over and over every single week that he's getting offers, it's starting to sound like he's starting to consider those other options. Right? Because trust me, now, even though Saul is not the major brain behind the operation, but he has brain cells. He knows, and anybody out there who is not dumb and stupid, anybody with brain cells can see that the podcast is shaky at this point. There's too much heat there. McG's right. There's a witch hunt. They are at war. And maybe Saul is starting to see that this situation is not going to last forever. Because why the hell is it always mentioned about these offers that he has? It's kind of getting scary. If a friend of mine was repeatedly telling me this every single week, yeah, I'm getting offers, yeah. Even though in the moment it's supposed to be comical, and then he does say that, oh no, but I'll never leave, Once it happens over and over again, it just gets me thinking, hey, like what is going on with you? Simple. You know, do we start signing 5-year contracts type of situation?
It's coming.
They have thrown money at you.
April
April is around
is
the
coming.
corner. They
Yeah.
want me. They want me. They'll always find the witch hunt crew will always find something to try and drag us by. And everybody else, when the chillers are like, ooh, ish, they have a valid point now. You know what I mean? Then I start to go, ish.
I'm saying to you.
How? It's not about.
No, Saul.
It's how you asked her.
No, Saul. It's not. It's not. So then ask.
She took offense. She felt like you stripped her naked, essentially.
But
Then
how?
she got-
Because-
but you see what you did. What?
So you just.
But
see,
I watched the interview.
bro.
And
If
it's
you
only
check,
sounded like you said it only after the question.
See, then you failed to communicate that properly, because to me it sounded like it was just okay.
how? Because even when she says that, if you listen to the clip, I'm like, that's my favorite part of the song.
That's after you'd said it.
Yes, I'm like, I love that part of the song. And then she's like, oh yeah, I did say that.
Yes, but that's after you posed the question.
What?
I think artists should be asked about their work.
Yeah.
People have a right to ask me about it,
Yeah.
right? But in a certain way, I feel. You know
But
what I
that's
mean?
the thing. I always do that. Maybe you should have done the interview.
No, man, I just felt like, the wording.
What do you think? What do you think, Ghost Lady?
But you do accept that you could have worded the question differently.
No, definitely.
Oh yeah, we're at war. There is an enemy, but let's not give the enemy ammo. You
Yeah.
know? Like with, you know what I mean. Let's try and remain ourselves, but have tact.
Bro, you can't
Have
do
tact.
that. It's impossible.
It just seems like Saul would be that person to be like, I want something that's more clean cut, more pure, more structured. You know what I mean? And he would bounce if the money was allowing, right? Here's the thing. When you're doing big things or when you're starting to rise and you're starting to get that recognition, people are starting to notice you, there's always going to be somebody that's going to try to cut you down at the knee. I have a situation currently that is very annoying, but you know what? It is what it is. And I'm not gonna sell myself short and say I'm not good at what I do, or I'm not a good content creator type of situation, because I am. There is always somebody that is going to try to cut you down at the knee, that is jealous, that is intimidated. And most of the time, these people have bigger numbers or more money than you, more resources to actually be able to cut you down at the knee. And they're always going to try to cut you down at the knee because they know that in due time you are going to rise even further. Like, McGee's been on YouTube for a very long time. Now, obviously, it does sound cuckoo crazy that there's a conspiracy to get him, but let's just look at the picture as it is. It looks that way. You literally can't be trending all the time for something that's negative, and people don't see the positive things that you're actually doing or bringing to the community or to the people, like some of us. It's impossible. It's like, is everybody freaking stupid or blind? What is wrong with you? Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. It must be. Type of situation. You get my drift? But yeah, I'm just saying that maybe McG should be very careful of his inner circle. It just seems like most of the time, McG's views and Saul's views clash, right? But Saul becomes it's like he brings it down a notch to appease McG, as McG is the boss type of situation, which I find very strange as well. He just looks like that. He has his opinion. But once McG says, but no, Saul, think of it this way, he kind of doubles back on what he was saying initially, and the whole conversation changes to suit McG's perspective. As for the ghost lady, she is forever saying things that are going to suit McG's perspective. It's almost like she doesn't have a backbone, right? But anyway, I just feel like something weird is going on over there. Yeah, I do like the podcast and show. I just think that McG needs to look within his camp before going out there. As for the 60,000 rand situation of this person that was going to get 60,000 rand a week, I don't know. As much as I am a believer in many conspiracies, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Because that person should have known that McG was going to say no to that kind of deal. Type of situation, right? Anyway, let those that are paranoid be paranoid. Let those that are shady be shady. And let us truth tellers and speakers remain truth tellers and speakers, because that is what we do. Anyway, you guys, I'll see you in the next one. If you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel and my others. And I'll see you guys in the next one.